Paul in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello, Paul. Leo Laporte, the tech guy.
Hey, Leo. First of all, I have to take a second for my question. I just have to thank you for all the years that you've done all the various iterations of your show.
Thank you.
And the information that you cover is just extraordinary.
Well, I feel like we're all in this together. I don't have at my fingertips all the answers, obviously. But I like I think of this more as a user group where we just kind of gather together weekly and share our experiences and help each other because goodness knows the industry itself isn't doing a great job, so we have to do it. And so thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it, and I love doing it.
And no one does the plethora of topics that you do, from ABS Forum to cameras to Johnny Jet, and of course phones and computers. That's what makes you so spectacular and special. And this is coming from a Skinny Mac guy, so I've been using it for a long time.
I love my old Skinny Mac, the good old days.
Yeah.
Went to Macy's, charged it for $2,400 at Macy's.
That's right. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
It had one floppy. Yeah. Oh, but we were happy because the Lisa was $10,000.
Exactly. Well, and I could change fonts on the fly.
Yes,
that was important. That thing.
I could draw a picture that had fat bits. It was so awesome. So awesome.
Now we're getting really old to talk. Well, my question today has to do with a travel topic.
Okay.
And by the way, Johnny Jet, I've gotten so much information from listening to him and his apps and his tips, and I sign up for his daily stuff.
Oh, good.
But this one is a bit
great.
sticky.
I love Johnny. Okay.
Friends of ours are getting married at the end of the month in Italy, and they contacted me the other day, and they said the B&B that they're staying at only has Wi-Fi in the main area, the entry area, the public area.
Yeah.
And they have no way to get internet in their room. And they said when they were on a trip to Ireland in January, they rented some type of box from the rental car company.
Yes.
And they said, since we're renting a car while we're there, if we can get the box and bring it over for them. I have no idea what they're talking about, and they don't remember what it was. Do you have
Here's what you want to do, and don't worry about the car part. You're going to go to a website. Just Google prepaid with data. You're going to go to a wiki that is the prepaid with data wiki that tells you where you can go in every country of the world to buy what I call a MiFi. That used to be the brand name. It's really just a small credit card sized device that gets its internet from the cell network. And one hopes that wherever this isn't so rural that they don't have high-speed internet over the phone. Chances are in Italy they do.
Yeah, it's a pretty. It's Lake Como.
So love it! What a beautiful place. You know what? Forget the internet. Just enjoy the scenery. You don't need internet. So
it's not my wedding.
So I don't know. The Lake District is gorgeous.
I had some questions of why they wanted the internet in their room. I don't know. Heather.
Yeah, really. That doesn't bode well. I'll be honest. But you can get these prepaid with data, and if you go to this wiki, it'll say you go to Italy. It'll tell you the different carriers, how much it costs. You rent it. And usually you pay a flat fee per month for a certain amount of data, and then that's a Wi-Fi access spot. So in almost every case, this is better than the hotel Wi-Fi anyway.
All right, so this is what they're talking about.
It happened to be in the car.
Car rental company.
It happened to be in the car, but you can buy one just that they can carry with them in their pocket. It's battery powered. It only gets about 8 hours. When you're in the room, you plug it in. When you're in the car, you plug it in. It only matters that when you're walking around the lake. But you can and we used one in London last year, and it worked great. It's a lot cheaper than buying. It has a couple of advantages. One, you don't lose your phone number. You could put a SIM card in your phone, but then you have an Italian phone number. This way, you don't lose your phone number. You don't have to use the expensive data. The international data. You just turn off data roaming on your phone, and you pair your phone via Wi-Fi to this MiFi, and the MiFi now is a hotspot for you everywhere you go, and you pay for the data through a local carrier in Italy. So all the details of this are at prepaid with data. It's a long. The address is prepaid-data-sim-card.wikia.com. Forget it. Just look for prepaid with data, and you'll find it. And you can go to Italy, and what it is, because it's a wiki, is people add to it. So, in fact, the best thing you can do after you come back is say, well, we tried the Vodafone, and it worked okay, but our friends were using the Wind, and it worked better. There's 4 choices. There's TIM, Vodafone, Wind, and Tre, and all 4 are Italian carriers. The biggest one is TIM. That's Telecom Italia. But Vodafone apparently has, according to this, has better performance. But what you're going to try to figure out is what's going on in Como, because that's where you need it to work the best. But I bet nowadays you're going to have 4G LTE everywhere you go.
Well, according to they have Verizon. According to the Verizon map, it does show that.
Don't use Verizon.
Like 99%.
Yeah, don't use Verizon.
For some reason, they didn't listen to me, and they didn't get T-Mobile. And
Verizon's expensive roaming, international roaming. I mean, they could do that for emergencies so that they have data on their phone, but leave it off unless you know you have to use it. Like, let's say they get lost, right? They wander around. You did this in Venice, and it's easy to get lost in Venice. Then you turn on data on your phone and say, "Get me home." Yeah. And you turn it off once you get home. Actually, Google Maps now on Android anyway have really improved. They have Wi-Fi only capability. They have download maps capability. They've really made it better for international travels. But the real key is not to use your carrier's data roaming. That's always more expensive.
And again, thank you for the tip about using T-Mobile. We travel a lot.
Isn't it great?
And it's been wonderful throughout the world.
The new hotness.
Lost in Indonesia.
Yeah. So. The new hotness is Google Fi, Google's own carrier. They've now arranged to basically be the same price no matter where you are, U.S. or international. $10 a gigabyte, $20 for voice calls. I'll try that. I'm going to Europe next month. I'll try that and report back. But that's really interesting.
That's right. Are you doing a river cruise, or what are you doing?
It's an ocean. We're going to the Baltic ocean cruise.
Ah, good. All right. Well, have fun.
All right.
Can't wait to hear your adventure. Thank you.
All right. Hey, it's great to talk to you. Thank you for the very kind words. That's nice. That really feels good. Leo Laporte, the tech guy.